Merry Christmas. Just let me get it out of my system. I had a tree lighting ceremony. Al Haymon's going to be at the top of my tree as soon as I get some ink. Listen, Deontay Wilder and Bermane Stiverne have been granted the opportunity to have in all access. It's 15 minutes on January the 8th, 2015, and it's going to be all access Stiverne versus Wilder. What all access is, it's a docu-drama, documentary. Basically, all access is supposed to be a reality TV show, one episode for 15 minutes of these guys' preparation for the fight. Now, of course, it's going to be edited, and we're really not going to see the full all access, and we don't know what to think of all access, especially after Floyd Money Mayweather said that the weed on all access was fake, and what else, the Doghouse Rules fighting on all access was fake. So therefore, you don't know what to take from it. It makes you think, well, all this is scripted. So if you see anything controversial on all access, Floyd Mayweather has us thinking that, oh, it's scripted. That's not really, you know. So I want to say that I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. It has been confirmed that Bermane Stiverne, BWARE, 24-1-1 with 21 KOs, the WBC Heavyweight Champion of the world, is going to be taking on Deontay Wilder on January the 17th, 2014 in the MGM Grand. 2015 in the MGM Grand. If I'm correct, and it's going to be on Showtime. Now, there's been so much speculation and so many clouds of suspicion and speculation surrounding this fight. For example, when the fight was announced, there was no word on what network it was going to be on. We didn't know if it was going to be a part of Al Haymon's NBC Sports deal. We didn't know if it was going to be on ESPN, because ESPN has this contract with Don King, if I'm correct, for basically bringing heavyweight boxing to ESPN, big-time heavyweight boxing fights. So we didn't know if it was going to be on ESPN, Saturday night fights. We didn't know if it was going to be on HBO, because Deontay Wilder is still supposed to be promoted by Oscar De La Hoya, and Oscar De La Hoya has been trying to end the Cold War as far as the networks are concerned. We just didn't know. But now, on the card of Conor versus Alexander, we had an interview with Bermane Stiverne and Deontay Wilder, and then we saw, the advertisement for all access Stiverne versus Wilder, January the 8th, 2015. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, that's a big upgrade. Deontay Wilder, 32-0 with 32 KOs, fighting who? By the way, do you like my Christmas decorations? I'm not even going to lie. It's very late, 3:13 a.m., December the 15th, 2014. And I was trying to make like a tree with the lights. Like Google tree made of lights. I was trying to make a tree, but I ran out of tacks. And it just didn't, I guess it looks like a tree. I don't know what it looks like. But my star on my tree is going to be Mr. Al Haymon. Why? It's because, do you remember a name, Seth Mayhem Mitchell? Do you remember how he was being forced down our throats on HBO and he wasn't fighting nobody? Then once he got to somebody, he got to one. Well, Chaz Witherspoon, I'm not going to say was a nobody, but at the same time, he was overmatched. So when he got to a Jonathan Banks, then he got knocked out. He beat Jonathan Banks, but then guess what? He got to a legitimate heavyweight, as far as full-time heavyweight, as far as Chris Arreola. Then he got his ass handed to him. So I guess what I'm saying is this. Deontay Wilder must be prepared. And if Deontay Wilder is not prepared if he gets defeated by Bermane Stiverne, he will be slaughtered on social media. He will be slaughtered on social media. And what I mean by that is, social media, the internet is very, very cruel. You get knocked out, you're going to have memes created of you, or memes, whatever they call them, created of you within minutes. They're going to be photoshopping Deontay Wilder's face on everything. And let me say this, Deontay Wilder is good for boxing. He can sell, he's exciting, and he's got those 32 knockouts. But when you look at the fact that he has not been fighting ranked opponents, you look at Malik Scott. It's deeply hard for me not to think that Malik Scott took a dive. Malik Scott fought a guy by the name of Alex Leope. Alex Leope got beat up by Vladimir Klitschko I was watching the press conference for Malik Scott versus Alex Leopold, and Malik Scott, all he wants to do, from what I understand, is what he said to us is he wants to be to chill with his daughter. He don't want to be getting out. He don't want to be out there getting fucked up. He wants to have sex, quote unquote, with beautiful women and sell cigars throughout the world. Now, when you got a fighter who's training and he's smoking cigars, it's like, well, wait a minute. You're a fighter. Why you smoke? He doesn't take it really seriously, and that's just the way it comes across to me. If it's true or not, I don't know. But it comes across to me as if he don't give a fuck about boxing. He's out there for the paycheck. So when I see him taking that bullshit shot to the temple, as he says, and he just sitting there looking at Deontay like, that makes me think like, yo, get up. Why you get up? What is this shit? He's sitting there looking like, oh my God, you hit me. We were friends. He's sitting there. This is not boxing. So I look at it like this. Bermane Stiverne is in a situation where he won't get as much ridicule. And we know that if he loses to Deontay Wilder, he won't get as much ridicule. But honestly, in this fight, I don't think that Deontay Wilder, if he knocks Bermane Stiverne out, yes, he would make a statement. But we need to see Deontay Wilder box. And I want you to tell me confidently that if you feel that if Deontay Wilder defeats Bermane Stiverne, that Al Haymon is going to allow Deontay Wilder to fight Vladimir Klitschko next. Oh yeah, you can spar with him all you want. But as far as thank you, Al Haymon, literally, Al Haymon, thank you so much. As far as thank you, Al Haymon is concerned, that's just not how the business model, it's just not how it works with him. If Deontay Wilder gets that belt, better believe he's going to be fighting contenders. He'll probably fight a David Price, yeah. A Derek Chisora after Tyson Fury beat him, yeah, maybe. We just don't know. And that's just how it is when you look at the Al Haymon fighters. So as far as all access is concerned, what are we going to see? It's only 15 minutes. It's only 15 minutes. So what are we going to see? Of course, they're going to go through Deontay Wilder's backstory and his life. And they're going to show some old footage of him knocking out a whole bunch of nobodies in a bunch of gyms everywhere. But as far as a significant fight on his career, the only significant fight that he could have had, that it should have been, was him versus Malik Scott of this year. And we don't know. Honestly, I like Malik Scott as a fighter. So talented. But he kind of reminds me of like the Andrew Bynum, of boxing. So skilled. But he just wants to do other shit. Like Malik Scott can be a heavyweight champion of the world, but he has the skills too, but he just want to do other shit. And Deontay Wilder fight, it's sad. It's sad. It makes me sad because that's the state of boxing right now. I'm going to say I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. I cover every single episode of HBO 24/7, every single episode of Showtime All Access, no matter the fighters, every single major fight live. All my videos are live and uncut, and I think people don't give me enough credit for that. People are like, well, you said this and said. Yo, listen, there's no edits in these videos. You like my treat? I know, I got some work to do. I'm going to put a stocking right here. Then once I get the Al Haymon picture, I'm gonna like tack a sailor hat like right over him. It's gonna be nice. Nice. Hey, check it out. It's a nice treat. I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. Please subscribe.